As you're starting to notice, there's more than one way to make selections in Photoshop, and usually each selection tool becomes easier and easier. The last one we learned to use was the polygon tool, which allowed us to quickly draw off our shaped area. But you'll notice that it was kind of difficult to draw off around the edges. Photoshop actually has a tool that will be able to recognize edges of pixels and allow you to make very quick selections with just a few clicks of your mouse. So I'm going to close out buildings 2 and 3. We don't have to save them. Let's open up 4 and 5. And there are these two buildings. Now with these two buildings, they have a fairly complex edge to them. So I'm going to zoom in on this first hotel building. And let's look under our Polygon Lasso tool by clicking and holding and choose the Magnetic Lasso tool. The Magnetic Lasso tool is a special tool that allows you to quickly select the edges of objects that you want to have selected. To do this, we're going to click once at a starting point. Now all I've done is clicked once and I've let go of my mouse. If I was to move my mouse along, you can see that it's drawing a line along our document. And Photoshop is actually looking for differences in pixels. And as I draw that line, you can see it's snapping the line to where it sees a difference around. I don't have to be very precise with it, but as I'm moving, you can see it's drawing a line and it's adding little points all the way along. So I don't have to be very good at making this selection. All I have to do is make sure that my mouse is around where the edge of the pixels are. Photoshop does the rest in making a selection, and I can actually go fairly quick in making my selection. Again, I'm not holding down my mouse. All I'm doing is drawing along. Move over. And I'm reaching the beginning point of my document. And I'm going to click once. And now you see I've got my entire selection made. Notice, however, there was a little bit that I got off. I'm going to zoom in on that point and show you. See how it selected this edge up here, but when I got here, it got off a little bit? Let's see if we can clean that up. So I'm going to this time choose my regular lasso tool, which is found underneath our magnetic lasso, and it's just plain old lasso. Before, remember, if we held down our shift key, it gives us a little plus sign, and that'll allow us to add on to a selection. We'll actually want to be able to delete that selection. So I'm going to hold down my option key. Now you'll notice I get a little minus sign next to this tool. That means if I was to select this little area of green, it'll deselect and subtract that from what I have selected with the rest of the building. So with my lasso tool, it allows me to free draw. So I'm going to click and just draw off freehand along that edge and loop back around, and voila, I've deleted out that layer of green. I'm going to back out. So now I can go to Edit, Copy. I'm going to choose our night buildings, Edit, and paste it in. And this one I'm going to put right about there. Let's go back to our buildings 4 and 5 and select our other building at the bottom right hand corner.